So to answer your question, are we prim and proper? No.
No, okay. All right.
Oh god.
We're smooth with it. We're smooth with it.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth.
Dude,
We're gonna
man,
cook.
Shola is always looking fresh to death. Doesn't matter if he has a suit on or not. This dude is making like some like a two-piece, look like a whole outfit. Like I don't even know what the heck is going on over here. He got a crest on a t-shirt. Like what is this? The fedora going strong. Look at the glasses, dude. Like come on, camera. What's the camera doing on me? Over there, please. You know what I'm saying? This dude's looking fresh to death.
All glory to the King of Kings who gives us life to look fresh to death.
Okay.
It is by his power and his power alone that we do whatever it is we do as I sip my tea.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. Man, welcome to the New Space Podcast, everybody. Today, we are going to have a really, really, really dope conversation with my friend, the homie, Shola Iola. My name is Ife, and on the other side, co-host is...
Jackson tuning in with you.
Yes, sir. Shola, welcome to the New Space Podcast,
Thank
bro.
you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And
Finally.
the stars aligned, and you're here. You literally got off a plane 2.5 hours ago,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So
got
you-
off the plane.
Mm-hmm.
You're my first stop.
Yep.
I love you that much.
I love you too, bro.
What was your primary reason for coming?
I have a performance tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
And then I somehow figured, let me leave an extra day to hang out with him in the studio to see what may happen. We might drop another banger, but hey.
Yeah.
But that's the fellowship with my brother, man, I'm always motivated, and I'm always, I think motivation, whenever I come around him, it's like a breath of fresh air in terms of creativity. He's a genius, so.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank you.
love
I
him.
appreciate it. And I see you the same. Like, you're an amazing musician. Like, this dude plays literally everything. Like, you give him some spoons, he's gonna start playing those bad boys. Like, seriously. I mean, he plays all the horns, keys, bass, drums, like, and well too. You know what I'm saying? So musical mind is complete, and it's
man.
it's easy to work with you.
I needed you on my musical journey, brother.
Look at this guy.
I needed you, man.
Hey, I'm not any part. I have no parts in that part.
Pause. Hey, what's this new thing? Everybody says I saw the interview with Dame Dash on the Breakfast Club. Every 5 seconds, he's like,
Oh, he was like, yeah, he took it too far.
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking about, dude? What are you really thinking about?
Like, pause.
Like, what are you thinking about? Pause.
I said I needed you. Pause.
Let's bring it back. Pause. Like, seriously.
Hey, man, hey, you gotta pause sometimes, bro. For real.
You do.
Oh man.
Where
So
we live in.
hey, check this out. Just you even being here right now. So you have a performance tomorrow, right? And it's in Dallas. You live in Baltimore. You used to be.
I don't live in Baltimore.
Where do you live?
I live in a small town called West Friendship, Maryland.
West Friendship, Maryland. So you
West
live in
Friendship.
Baltimore. Good. Carrying on.
Baltimore's 30 minutes from me.
Oh,
30
really?
minutes north, yeah.
Okay, that's like me saying, "Oh, I don't live in Dallas. I live in Prosper, Texas."
It would make no logical sense to say that.
If I was in Baltimore talking to somebody, so don't give me that West Friendship nonsense.
We continue.
Anyway, so we have a very, very interesting conversation that honestly, Jackson and I have been having for a while now. Jackson and I are both professional engineers, professional musicians, right? You're in a professional recording studio right now. Jackson also has a professional recording studio with all the bells and whistles, like all the hardware, all the software, like professional level monitoring, treated environments, all that stuff. Um, you know, we've done that. We've been there, done that, and we're doing it, right? But we're in a place where, we had to take control in a sense of our destinies, of our futures, because I remember our first episode that we ever talked about, and we just talked about it on our last episode or a couple episodes ago, depending on when it's going to get released, is our first episode ever was music industry versus the music business. And we kind of like dissected the difference between the two, and we kind of like looked at the music industry as a place where, there's a machine, there are rules to this music industry thing, right? You play by the rules, right? And you let the powers that be, the machine, leverage your skills and your abilities. And, that machine makes a killing off of you essentially and gives you a little bit of fame and a little bit of money to go with it. That's how it goes down for the ones that even consider themselves successful, right? Now, on the other end, you have the music business where you create your own product, right? And you sell your own product for profit, right? Sounds very similar to your traditional business cycle or structure, right? So Jackson and I identified ourselves as music business people, not music industry people, right? So let's even start there. Where would you put yourself now? Are you a music industry individual or you're a music business individual?
So, um, I'm going to ask you to redefine what you meant by music industry and music business, because what I heard you say was almost one and the same, where if it's music industry, it's them taking you, putting money in you, giving you a budget for recording,
Mm-hmm.
recording studio time and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then music business is you as an independent or something of that sort, creating a product out of yourself, a brand out of yourself within
Mm-hmm.
the music space, right?
Yeah, but
So what's the
let me tell you what the
difference?
difference is. In the music industry, there are rules, and
Okay.
there's a there's an industry that already exists, and you have to operate within that system, right? Where the music industry requires that you become some type of famous. Because if you're doing music business, you don't have to be famous. There are people who are making six figures,
Ah,
right?
got you. Ryan
In
Leslie,
Ryan Leslie
got
is
you.
music business.
Yeah, music business. I got you.
You know
I'm
what
a
I'm
music
saying?
business person.
You're a music business
I'm
person?
a music business person.
Okay.
Because I feel like music industry is, like you said, there are a lot of rules. There's a lot of like pre-existing, you know,
Red tape.
red tape that has been. And I mean, artists are being pushed out the woodworks every day. Like some 10-year-old kid can literally go into his, bedroom and dish out a hit, if and TikTok will pick it up, and it's
Mm-hmm.
that fast. And, he becomes an instant sensation, right? But I think for me, I'm a music business person because it's just me, pushing the engine,
Mm-hmm.
pushing the, you know, putting myself on tour,
Mm-hmm.
trying to, sell tickets, meet people, do the marketing and all of that. And now having done it for this long, having to realize that like I need a team now to do this for it to actually be a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need someone doing marketing. You need someone or doing your PR. You need someone to do your management, road management, things like that. So it makes your job as the creative easier to not worry about this, and I mean, I'm looking at the template of somebody like a Burna Boy, or a DeVito, right? Any major artist, but just seeing what it is, like these guys are music business. This is what we call music business. You know, I mean, DeVito taking his first song, and being able to go and hey, DJs, woo, 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 play my music. He had that backing. He could do that.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So music business, definitely. I mean, the
So
industry is making it harder for you to be in business
yeah,
already.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So before we talk about how you got to where you are right now, you know, um, tell me, Jackson, a little bit about your background, like where you started, and when you made the decisions to be who you are now. All right, so let's take us all the way back to Houston, Texas.
oh wow. Okay. So born and raised in Houston, Texas. Um, I am first generation American. Music has always been in me because my grandfather was a musician. My father was a musician.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he played
Huh.
drums. So I started off playing drums from like a very young age. That was my first instrument. Then,
What'd your grandfather play?
organ.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was like, according to my dad, he was like the best organist in their town.
Wow.
Back in the day. So, I think music was always in the blood, and just piqued my interest, and then I pivoted to like a fast track. So there was a period where I was just a drummer, and then there was a period where I was. All of this is my only place of performance is in church,
Church.
obviously, right? So there was a time where I was just a keyboard player. Then there was a time I was just a bass player, and I pivoted to saxophone, making saxophone my primary instrument in middle school, and I started playing saxophone in the seventh grade and never put it down since then. And God has been real gracious to me. I feel blessed. I feel blessed. I'm full of gratitude every day that I've been able to play this instrument. Just play music. Of course, seeing what music does to people, that come to your shows, seeing how music impacts them, how music, encourages. I'm just so blessed to be able to be a musician, and to be able to be blessed with the gift. And yeah, man, I mean, I've been playing now professionally since I was 18. Just gonna be celebrating the 18th anniversary of my 21st birthday here pretty soon. Yeah, man. So, I mean, I hope I answered the question, as I know
No,
you were
you
looking
did.
for this
No,
long,
no, no. That's good. That's good. How many records do you have now? How many albums do you have out?
three.
So let's have this conversation about what is daily life for you? Because today we're talking about what we've been calling passion meets paycheck, right? Because at some point, passion is coming this way, paycheck is coming this way, and they're gonna intersect, right? Some's got to give, right? For some people, they can get on the same highway and be on cruise control and keep doing that thing. But the honest truth is that for a lot of people, one thing has to kind of like take the back seat a little bit, right? I know what that is for me. Jackson knows what that is for him, right? We want to know what that is for you. I'm in the corporate world as alongside what I do, in this room as a producer, engineer. what have you, right? Jackson, the same thing. Tell us a little bit about you and
What do you
what
do?
life looks like now.
Like corporate work,
Yeah.
like marketing and website development for like
Oh,
a laboratory and clean room supply company.
dope, dope, dope. Okay. Um. So let me start here.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm a Nigerian. I like money. I'm sorry. I cannot be doing $100, $200, 250, $500 gigs. No, 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 no,
He means that from the
no,
bottom of
no,
his
no,
heart.
no, no, no. And no disrespect, no shade to anyone who that's what you do. That's what you do. But no, I know wrong. Wrong. I like money. So because of this reason, apart from the money, right? The money is just a tool. I think in the stage and the phase of my life where I am in now, I'm called to be a father. I'm called to be a husband, right? I'm called to be a provider. And this is kind of like, like you said, we've talked about this quite a bit. You know, the the paradox between being a musician and having to have passion to push that, and then having to have common sense to realize I gotta pay these bills, and still be a musician and play at a high level and do what I gotta do. So no, I if God has blessed you to be in a position where you can, live comfortably, you know, as a full-time musician, please by all means do that. But if you're not, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with working a job.
Hmm.
There's nothing, I mean, there's nothing wrong with why would there be anything wrong with working a job to putting food on your table?
Can I say something? I know two musicians, two that stick out in my mind. One of them who you know very, 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 very well. Right? We both look at him as a mentor. Right? I'm not going to say any names. Um, and he said something to me one time, and in the most proud, most type of way, like Nigerians say, it was raising his shoulders, right? And he was like, man, he was like, Ife, I've never worked a day in my life. I've never worked a regular job in my life. Every dime I've ever gotten is from music. And it was the most like, it was just like, I was like, back then, I was like, damn, I already worked a job before, so dang, that's already gone for me. But, man, it started the whole thing of connecting success and what success means as somebody who can make every dime that comes into my pocket off of music, and it was good money, a lot of money. Because this dude who I saw as a mentor, right? I don't see him as a mentor anymore. I kind of grew up, but and don't get me wrong, dude got accolades, right? If I said one name of like, I mean, of stuff that he's done, you know exactly who you would. You know what I'm
I already
saying?
know who you're
You
talking
already know
about.
what I'm talking about.
I already know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So he would say that he'd say that to me in the most ugh. But can I tell you something? He used to own a house about 30 minutes from here. About 10, 12, 15 years ago. He sold it. Does he have a house now? Does he have a home? No. Is he financially like doing great? I would say no from what I've seen. Like, would I switch trade places with him? Absolutely not. Does he still have those accolades and like the gold plaques and the platinum plaques and all that stuff? Yes, he does. You know what I'm saying? But that really struck a chord in me, and it made me personally. I don't know if this ever happened to you. You ever felt that way? Anybody ever kind of pressured you
You
in that
can't
way?
tension me.
Okay, I
I'm not
was. I'm
somebody
not
that you
anymore.
can't.
Not anymore. But
No, before I used to be that kind of person where
yeah,
you can't tension me. You can't tension me because of what? Because who? Look, the sky is big enough for everybody to fly. Like, there's never a situation where birds need to call Geico. Oh, we have an accident. Do you understand? Like,
Yeah.
it's not possible. I'm not in competition with him.
Right.
I'm not in competition with you. The only person I'm in competition with is myself.
yeah.
And you have to really, really mean that. You have to really own that. Right? So, even the Bible says it, let's go there. Those that compare themselves with themselves are
Yeah.
not wise. So me sitting here looking at this man's blessings and looking at that as the standard where God says, I can do exceedingly abundantly above whatever you could ever ask or think. So you looking at this man's blessings and God is like, that's like peanuts compared to what I have in store for you. So why would I want to be stressing myself about what somebody else got? As opposed to worry about my alignment with what God has for me. Yeah, no, you can't tension me. No, you tension. How? It's not possible.
I love it.
It's not.
I love
For
it.
what?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's unnecessary stress. It's literally people lose sleep. It's the craziest thing. People lose sleep over what somebody else got and feeling like you're not measuring up.
Yeah.
They're not your standard, and they were never the standard. The standard is far more higher. The bar is so high. So stop looking at somebody else and worry about what they have and feeling like you're doing badly at life. Yeah, no, you can't tension me.
I
What do you
love
think
it.
about people with like a, like a, not necessarily people, but the scarcity mindset that say, I go be successful, I get, this certain lump sum of money. A lot of people in this world think that now there's less out there for them to accomplish, less out there for them to collect.
I don't know. Ask your question in another way. Let me.
So, like a lot of that jealousy that people will have, say someone they know becomes successful, it's coming from like a scarcity mindset that there's a number of spots, kind of like your sky comment about there's plenty of room to fly.
Yeah, yeah.
That a lot of people have this scarcity mindset that, this person's successful, now there's one less spot for me. This person is rich, now there's that much less money for me.
Man, I don't roll with people that think that way anyway.
Right.
I don't I don't roll with people that think in that
Yeah.
low vibrational way of thinking
Yeah.
because you know and I really had to do a deep analysis and deep dive into what we call friends. We meet a lot of people out there doing what we do. We connect with a lot of people. Hey, what's up, bro? Woo, 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 woo. And then, over time, we've done music together, we've done work together, but that doesn't make them my friend. He's my friend.
Yay.
Shut up. You have not paid your yearly membership fee. You have not renewed your membership fee.
Membership fee.
I'm only trying to roll with people who their mind is of an abundance mindset anyway. Like, there can never be. If I detect like jealousy and that kind of energy from you, like when you come around me, it's always like you want to compare. Oh, it's always like a competition kind of energy. I just remove myself from the WhatsApp group, and I'm like, peace. I can't do it. So I'm not even that kind of. I didn't always used to be like this though.
It's growth,
Like now, I really don't care.
bro.
I can care less.
Listen, listen.
I can care less.
Wait, can I make a comment on that exact phrase you just said? You can care less, or you couldn't care less. Like you at the bottom of
You know what the
caring?
hell he means, boy.
I know, but no, you repeated it, and it made me think he was saying it intentionally.
I think the term is I couldn't care less, right? Is that
So you're at the the amount of
can't-
care.
Wait, come. I can care less. I couldn't care less.
Because if you could care less, then that would mean there's more. There's
you're not
There
at your
is some
least
care
amount
that
of
you-
not
yeah.
caring? I think it's I couldn't care less.
I couldn't care less.
Like I'm at my lowest level of not
so,
caring.
In other words, the English I just spoke was a wrong English. Anyway, you had mastered the English language. Thank you, sir.
yes, sir. Anytime.
So, yeah. I couldn't care less. I could not care less.
Oh man.
yeah.
That's growth, bro. Listen, I ran into in the last 2 months, I've run into people. One time one at Walmart and one at a 40th birthday party. People who probably thought that, I didn't want to talk to them anymore. Yeah. And with the most free of heart, gave them big hugs. Oh, man, good to see you. And honestly, I don't want anything bad to happen to you, whatever. But I couldn't care less about what they think about me. I could care less if I saw them again. You know what I'm saying? Not because, again, go and be successful and happy, but I came from a place, like you were saying, of just like caring what people think, caring what people said. I grew up as a PK, right? And as a PK, pastor's kid, you would hear a lot of, oh, you're a pastor's kid. You should be do because people are going to say this, people are going to say this, people are going to think this, people are going to think that. It definitely affected me, like in the music space too. But I definitely like resonate with what you said, and I just think that just comes with growth, man. That's where I'm at
Yeah.
for sure.
And I think ultimately what people need to understand is that the more people that are successful, the more opportunities for success arise. The more money people make, the more money becomes available in the economy. It's like if you build a $500,000 house and you pay for it, now you have a $500,000 house, and that $500,000 is still in the pockets of those builders, workers, contractors, whatever. So now you've technically doubled that money. It's not in your pocket, but I think that completely debunks the scarcity mindset.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like, generally speaking, artists are getting wiser and not letting music dictate how they live their lives and kind of like doing their own thing, earning money outside of music, that type of thing? Because, in the 90s, 2000s, maybe even early 2010s, everybody was trying to get a record deal. You know what I'm saying? That's not happening as much anymore. People are more recently you trying to figure out AI with their music, and in recent past it was all about social media. Do you feel like people are getting wiser about that and getting their freedom and earning money elsewhere? What are you observing outside?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
Okay, so
That was a hard one.
you think so?
Yeah, because I don't know what I mean. everybody's formula to success is different, right? What you doing?
There's a
What,
bug around here.
what's wrong with
Sorry.
this guy? You swatting the air?
There's a bug. You're gonna see it in a second.
No, I will not see it in Jesus' name. Why are you
Amen.
saying it to fly my way? No, I feel like everybody's pathway to success is or formula or concoction for success is different. You know, shout out to your boy Manny Wells. I've seen watch his journey. You know, definitely want to hop on something with him. I'm putting it out there.
Okay.
You know, I mean, amazing artist, and just I feel like as long as the music is good, and now with the advent of social media, you know, you literally can push your music to the world just by the click of, a button, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that in itself is so powerful because it enables the artist to somehow be in control. Now we've moved from artists making money through record sales.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I don't know, very few artists who are making money from streams or, so to answer your question, I think, you kind of have to have your hands in other things, outside of music, to be able to do music at a high level or to be able to do music at all, and survive. I mean, yeah, I think artists generally are wising up, to take responsibility for their earning potential. I mean, there are musicians out there who are cybersecurity professionals, right? They're doing all kinds of different things. Real estate, nursing, medical doctors. I know a very prolific saxophonist, who's a dentist,
Mm.
right? So there are opportunities for musicians to make money in different ways. It's just a matter of, are we willing to put our pride down and hone in on some skill that is going to make me valuable outside of me being able to play an instrument, you know? Because I always look at it this way: this gift or whatever instrument or talent that you have, if you could no longer do that, how would you be able to provide for yourself? And these are real questions that we don't typically think of.
Mm-hmm.
How would you be able to live if it all went the wrong way? God forbid.
Right, and that's a
Right.
complete possibility. Not to cast a terrible mood, but like brain trauma, like physical trauma, like that's something that can
Whatever.
actually
We're not going to
happen.
even speak it into the air. I'm just saying, if it all went away, like if it all stopped,
Mm-hmm.
how would you be able to still be able to be a person of value
Hmm.
that somebody would want to, whether it's via a job or through a business,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Because, of course, we all know that there's no way you can actually build wealth by working a job.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're an entrepreneur, business mindset type of have a business mindset, you will flourish. I don't know. I think, yeah, generally musicians are getting wiser in terms of like having their hands in other things.
Yeah, because I think that there just wasn't a lot of knowledge in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot more access to information now. All we saw back in the day was Michael Jackson. Sony. We saw our
Yeah.
favorite artists. And the record labels. Nobody was doing it grassroots. It didn't exist.
Mm.
But now it does. But then people, I really do feel like a lot of people are finding satisfaction in peace, being able to. Also, another thing that we don't even really think about much is that you have a studio as well, right? People couldn't afford studios before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you don't have to go book that studio where you need a record label money to be able to book. You can literally go hop on sweetwater.com. Come sponsor us, Sweetwater. And like, you know, seriously,
Give me part of that sponsorship money. Thank you.
signature reads for you.
Thank you very
That'd be
much.
awesome. Um,
Hey,
yeah.
Legier, holler at me because I rock with Legier heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those reads.
Legier. Yeah.
Okay.
Legier reads there.
Okay. All right, Leger, you heard that.
Yeah.
But you can literally go on Sweetwater for $3.99. You can get an interface, headphones. What else you get?
Mike.
Microphone, the cable for it,
Software.
the software for it, and in like 45 minutes you can be writing a
I
record.
just said that. You remember when I said, you can have like some little kid in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just put out some kind
Right.
of, and boom, instantly is an instant sensation.
But even for those who don't become instant sensations, they get fulfillment, being able to
Yes, sir.
like materialize,
Like
actualize
that dream.
that dream of
Mhm.
like, okay, this is my
Yes,
song.
sir.
Bro, I literally have a client right now. He's a ophthalmologist, eye doctor,
Mm.
right? We're doing 3 songs right now, right? This dude he just built his own practice. He does LASIK surgery, right? He wants to play his own music in his lounge. That's his dream. So he's paying me to write, co-produce, and help him get, create the music that he's gonna be playing in his lounge while his patients are waiting.
That's awesome.
That's what, like, and when you hear him talk about it, you would think that it was bigger, of a goal or dream for him than even having his own medical practice. You know what I'm saying? And so we have a friend that we had just did an episode with, and like, you got to redefine what success means to you, what fulfillment means to you.
Yeah.
Screw, my former mentor who was telling me that, yeah, every dollar I've ever made was from music. That's, this is it. It stuck with me for a while, and I'm mad at myself for like letting it sit for so long. It did, but so I'm really happy that we're having these conversations, because even if there are people out there that are hearing us talk right now are here, they're getting more validation from it. Like, you know what? I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let me dust off and go to work in the morning, so when I get off, I can go to do that show, or
Yeah.
write that song, or record that piece that I've been, whatever. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We collaborated with a 18-year-old artist who had graduated high school and was just doing music, and he's really freaking good. Growing his social media, looking from the outside, you'd be like, yeah, keep going all in. But he flew down here, and we're just sitting down doing something like playing Uno or something. He's just like, I'm going to get a job, a full-time job. I'm like, yeah, it's like taboo for some reason right now. It seems like for the younger generation, I feel like social media doesn't help
Oh,
that
no,
with the
not
whole,
at all.
pride and self-image and
Not at
all
all.
that stuff. But
We talked about McConan. I love McConan. You don't love McConan? Club going up on a Tuesday. And you know that song? Yeah, you know the record. Yeah. So, he was signed to, Drake got hopped. I don't know if he's signed to Drake, but Drake hopped on the remix of that song. And, back, this was like 10, 12 years ago. Blew up. The song blew up. He got signed. Da, 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 da. And then recently on TikTok, he dropped something. He was flipping burgers. And the dude looked legit happy. He was just doing his thing. And I was blown away by the comment section. People were like, man, good on you, man. Like, I mean, God forbid an artist has a job. Like, people are being sarcastic, like, man, he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And it was really wholesome to see. There were some, jerks that were like saying stupid stuff, but dude was doing his thing.
Yeah,
You know,
I think the thing is, people got to remember, for everyone, I always say this, for every one of us who is going through this human experience we call life, no one knows the pathway to your journey or your destiny better than your manufacturer, which is God, right? So everyone is trying to figure out, even with, regardless of the height of success one has attained, there's always still something to learn. And because of that fact, it makes us, this is what keeps us to be humble and continue to learn, continue to engage with trying to apply our hearts to gain knowledge and live wisely, right? So no one knows it all. No one can make you feel inferior if this is the season of your life where you need to have a job, then do that. If there will come a time where if you're doing everything you're supposed to and you're in alignment with what, God has created you to do within that space, it all happens when it's supposed to happen. I really do believe that. There's no rush. There's no rush. Like, there's no rush. Just take it easy. There's no rush. Don't let other people's goal or success,
definitions,
definition of what they feel is a success. Truth of the matter is, you don't know what they're praying for.
what they're struggling with.
Imagine me praying for an apple tree and he's praying for an apple plant. Which one is going to happen faster? You're going to see the plant, but it's going to take you a while before you see that tree, right? So what he might be praying for might be much bigger than what I'm actually able to even see, And so that's why comparison is not, this is foolish, because you're living your life through the lens of someone who you might have a bigger vision or bigger outlook on life, or what God may have put inside you is 10 billion times greater than what this other person, you looking at them like, oh, wow. Just because you see that manifestation doesn't necessarily mean that what God has for you isn't much bigger and much better. It's one thing for you to have a blessing. It's another thing for you to enjoy it. Right. That's so when we look at other people and we see what they have going on, we don't know what kind of struggles they're actually going through within their personal lives. Are they actually happy? Because the Bible says the blessing of the Lord makes rich and adds no sorrow to it. None. Right? So comparison and all of that is, to me, is a low level of thinking, because there's no need for it, Just be you. Just go on your journey, live your life, and just trust in the one, Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. I'm sorry. Did I just go off on a tangent?
No, you
That
didn't.
was great.
No,
You gotta stop me.
No.
You gotta
It was
stop me.
great. I was enjoying the show.
Enjoying the show. All right.
It's very good.
But yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, man. I think we've matured. We've grown, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm happy. I'm happy to be doing life with this brother right here, man.
Man, you too, bro.
This is a real brother, because we talk about stuff like this.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
got kids?
I've got a son.
You got a son?
7-year-old.
hmm
7.
he's a
Had him
cool
when I
kid
was
too.
18.
Yeah, man. And he's a
That
boy
Yeah,
too.
changes everything.
it does. You know, some people find fulfillment in balance. Some people are going to find fulfillment in breaking the mold, right? But you have to determine what works for you. It's not going to be based on anybody else's thinking or feel or anything. And for those of you who are like my brother Shola here or me, listen to that inner voice, aka for me is the Holy Spirit. You know, I know the same for you. I know the same for you. You'll get the answer that you need, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the real paycheck isn't owning your own path.
The real paycheck is
Owning your own path.
only on path. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Not
yeah.
anybody else's.
No.
If you
No.
feel stuck, it's because somebody, you know, you've heard somebody say something that resonated with you. When you said something about the muscle and the tendon and how you felt that for a long time, if you really go back and think about it, somebody, it could be a TV show, it could be something you read, somebody who you knew that made that stick for you for a long time. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you've broken out of it, but you know,
Yeah.
yeah. For
Yeah.
everybody that's listening, something happened at some point. You know, the moment you can break out of that, the freedom that you're going to get out of that is going to be amazing. And it's going
Mm-hmm.
to affect the way you make music, the way you write music, the way you think about music is going to be better for it.
Just
For
living
sure.
life. Just overall a life view.
Hmm.
How you see life just generally just improves it. Right.
Yeah,
You take the
100%.
pressure off yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and just
Yeah.
being in alignment with yourself. I never really understood how important. Excuse me. I never really knew how important that was as it relates to that translating to my music,
Mm,
right? When you're not one, when there's a internal war within yourself,
mm,
that gets put into your sound.
mm-hmm,
I really do believe that because we're all spirit beings, and
Uh-huh.
sound that comes from a place of peace, you can hear it,
mm-hmm.
right? I don't know what Pharrell had going on when he wrote Happy. But when you listen to that sound, like
Mm,
from the vocals to, you know, from the moment you hear the record, you're like, this is a happy song. Like, it deserves, like, that song should be happy. Like, do you understand? People can feel your energy through your music, you
yeah.
know. And so it's so important to be decluttered of all the pressures and tensions. Like,
You want to hear something crazy that he said about that song? He said the greatest songs he ever wrote were songs that he was commissioned to write. And to me, what I got from that was that there was no pressure on the song being successful or not. He was commissioned to write it for Minions,
Mm.
right? And there were like two other songs that he did. I can't remember right now, and I can't remember. But his greatest songs, Pharrell's greatest songs, were songs that he was commissioned to write, not songs that you know. And to me, like it was a 9 to 5 in a sense. It was something outside of trying to create for the sake of creating and hoping that people accept it. He didn't have to deal with that. That's why the song was so powerful. He already had it in him, but all the inhibitions that he would have had were gone. Pixar said, "Here's a couple $1 million. We just want a song that's happy." Like bet,
That worked very well. That was
bet.
for Despicable Me.
Despicable Me.
What a great movie series, too.
I mean, if you pay me a couple of millions of dollars, I'll be happy to.
We're gonna write Happy Part 2 and 3,
Bruh.
and they're gonna be just as happy. I promise
I
you.
am happy. I am happy. Come on, man. Stop that. Stop playing. And holler at us, Pixar.
Yeah. Hey man, this has been a New Space podcast. Thank you so much, Shola.
Oh man, thank you for
Really
having me.
appreciate
Thank
you, bro.
Appreciate you guys,
Yes,
man.
Yeah, man. My name is Ife, and that
My
is
brother.
Jackson?
yes, sir. And we out.